So we are going to look at this figure. We can see it has four sides, which means it is a quadrilateral. If anyone's ever heard of quadruplets, that's when there's four babies. The word quad tells us four. So there's four sides, and we want to determine if this figure is a rectangle or not. You'll notice that I've put the properties of squares and rectangles here, just to remind us, but we're going to be looking mostly at the rectangles for these next questions. So let's go through. If it's a rectangle, it should have four 90-degree angles. These little boxes tell us that that's 1, 2, 3, 4 90-degree angles. So far it meets that property. Check. Now opposite sides are parallel. I'm going to change colors here. I'm going to look at my vertical and horizontal sides. So if I'm looking at my horizontal sides, which are left, right, here, and here, I can tell that these lines or segments are an equal distance apart. They're never going to meet. So it appears that that's at least a set of parallel sides. And now I'm going to look at my vertical lines that go up and down. And these lines are just like that. They are totally parallel. They're never getting closer to each other. They're the same distance apart, and they are never going to meet. So I would say yes, opposite sides are parallel. Now, opposite sides are equal. This is where it can get a little tricky. Fortunately, here we've put in some measurements. So we can see that this horizontal side is 9 centimeters. We also see 2 tick marks here, which I'm going to go over in green. And we see 2 tick marks down here. That tells us that those two sides are equal. So if this is 9 centimeters, this is 9 centimeters. So these opposite sides are equal. Over here, I kind of went over it in purple, so I'm sorry, but there is 1 tick mark here. I'm going to go over it in green, and 1 tick mark here. That tells us that those sides are equal too. There's 1 on each side. They're trying to tell us that those are the same. So if this side is 4 centimeters, then this side is 4 centimeters. So are opposite sides equal? Yes. And finally, the property of both a square and a rectangle that's important to remember is that it has 4 sides. Does this have 4 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it meets every property. So is this figure a rectangle? Yes, it is.